Hey Gemini, we're going to do what's this called? Desires and Fears spread for you. It is a 3-card spread. So we're going to do that. The first card is going to be representing your desires. The second card will represent your fears. And then the third card at the top is going to represent what you can learn from them. For Gemini, and then I will pull a couple cards for you to see what could be coming up next in love. Gemini. Okay. Gemini. First card for desires for Gemini. Ooh. The Ace of Chalices. So second card is for fears. Fears. Page of Swords. And then third, representing what you can learn. The King of Chalices. Okay. Let's read it. So, in your desires, you want the Ace of Chalices. Nothing's showing here, but it's, they're covered up. They have a blanket over them. It's okay. I'll read that. Ace of Chalices. You desire ecstasy. The magic of the comb and brush. Loving magic, crowned by success, satisfaction, festivities, good reasons to be happy and in love. And then for your fears, we have the Page of Swords. Now, I can't show this one because she's completely nude and her whole body is showing. But there is a man behind her admiring her bum. So the Page of Swords as the fear, biting. The magic of bitter almonds is what it's called. Enemies of the couple are both inside and outside of it. They should look at each other. Vigilance does not distract from pleasure, and pleasure does not distract from vigilance. Yeah. Your fear is of just having the type of relationship where it's just this tit for tat, like who's going to get the upper hand, or it's competitive, or where it's more cold and just, I don't know. I feel that's what it's really talking about. Biting. Maybe you don't like when people bite you. Who knows? That could be it. Have you had a bad experience with someone biting you or what? I'm a biter, but I won't bite hard. Unless you want me to, that is. Then I will. Okay, so what to learn? The King of Chalices is how you can learn. What to be learned from this. I can show this card, but I have to cover her little titties falling out. So he looks very comfortable. And she looks very comfortable too. King of Chalices. Being an air sign, water doesn't naturally mix with air. It creates bubbles, right? It's that things bubbling up, just like how water and fire don't really mesh very well. It's just two different energies. Air energy is a masculine energy, so water energy is more feminine like. And so I feel like you have a desire to embrace more of your feminine side, where you can kind of let your guard down more and be more soft and gentle in nature. But if it's not, obviously, if it's not your natural being, then it takes effort to work towards that. But the King of Chalices, what's to be learned here is satisfaction, the magic of the spiced tea. A transparent and harmonious relationship must be fueled by surprises, awe, and constant bantering. But playful bantering, not like competitive bantering, right? There's a difference between the two. To where you just kind of joke around and tease each other a little bit, but in a playful way. Not taking things so personal, where I think the Page of Swords energy is where it gets personal, and then it becomes like this thing where pleasure is not even accompanied with it. Like it becomes separate from it. So, very nice. I like that. Now let's see what could be coming up for you in love. We'll get some cards from the Manara as well, but I'm going to take a couple more from the Tarot of Sexual Magic first. Okay, how many cards? We'll just get 3 for now. What's coming up in love for Gemini? What's coming up in love for Gemini? King of Pentacles. 2 more. That one. Ace of Wands. Ooh, that's good. Okay, got the 3rd one. Okay. The 5 of Swords. Okay, so we'll read this. And we'll get the Manara. King of Pentacles. Okay, let me show you. Well, let's just say the King of Pentacles, he is he's exposing himself to a fair maiden, and she's just kind of hiding. And then we have the Ace of Wands, 5 of Swords. So let's start with the King of Pentacles. All right. Okay. Fear. The magic of the white dove. Fear increases the distance, and pursuing your partner will do no good. Happiness is born of a mutual effort to move towards each other. That's what the King of Pentacles means. Interesting. Okay. So there's a fear here. Maybe this is pertaining to someone at a distance from you then. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is about union. The magic of the statues and the fire. Abandon is the surrender of oneself. One loses his own likeness to enter into something much greater. Interesting. So, union, though, that talks about fear of union. There's a fear of union. Then the Five of Swords, which is shaking things up. Magic. Here, I can just cover her little butt crack, but that's the Five of Swords. And this is about shaking things up. It's the magic of the purple flowers. You must overcome the fear of judgments, shame, and sense of inadequacy. You must give yourself a good shake and take some risk. So what is this about, I wonder? Okay, this could be a very specific situation, which means that for those of you, if you have somebody at a distance from you, things have been shaky and haven't been working out. First off, keep in mind that it takes two people to make something work. If you're the only one that's been trying to put forth efforts into something, then you should abandon it, right? And look for something greater. Focus on yourself, but then move towards something that is more equal give and take, more fair. But if you're the one who is, not putting forth the efforts, then one must look at that and kind of dig deeper as to why there is that hesitancy and where that fear is coming from, because that could block you from being able to unite with somebody that could be a counterpart to you, right? There could be also a fear of fully being vulnerable to somebody. And so that could be another thing. But yeah, it's the last card here is about recognizing, looking into that part of yourself. If you have those feelings of hesitation, but like I said, it takes two. It takes two. And there must be communication. But I mean, it does say in the King of Pentacles here that, maybe that is what's created a distance. Perhaps that is, if you feel like things haven't been working out in your situation in love, then it's because of fear. Fear has created that distance. And therefore, making things work would be a lot more difficult, if not impossible. So you need to look at what that fear is, where it's coming from, work through it. And then that way you can create something that is beautiful, that is magical. The desires that you want is the Ace of Chalices. That's ecstasy. That's like getting what you desire, right? So, and being playful like the King of Chalices. Very interesting. I like that. Let's get a couple from the Minara. For Gemini. King of Air. Three of Air. Mirror. Page of Fire at the bottom. All right, so you could be facing those fears right now, I feel. going through some introspection of these fears, especially with the Mirror card coming out. So the King of Air in the Manara deck is father, power, charisma, order, decision, responsibility, supervision. So it is representing the sign of Aquarius, which can be impatience, determination, agitation. This is representing the father archetype, though, which can be detached. It is the inner masculine energy, like I was mentioning earlier. If air is naturally more masculine element, and you're wanting to balance that out, and in order to embrace that other side, you have to nurture your inner feminine, your mother archetype, and make amends with the father archetype. Then we have the Three of Air here. And this talks about coldness, wind, turbulence. This is Saturn in Libra, just like the Three of Swords card is also Saturn in Libra, which talks about being logical, head over heart, in making decisions about things, the need to focus and consolidate harmoniously. It's also kind of waiting things out as you are reflecting about whatever situation you've been in. And then the Mirror card here, I can show the King of Air. And then the Three of Air. And, ooh, Thunder. The Mirror card here is reflection, imagination, and cyclic behavior, uniformity. So this represents Jupiter, expansion, optimism, and conservation. You are expanding on your self-awareness right now, and I think that that is going to benefit you greatly on your journey to understanding deeper within what you need and how to heal certain things within yourself. I do see that there is love. Okay, that love is available for you. But perhaps this is just a time where you're just in deep introspection about things. That's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you liked it. Peace out.